Hopefully everything's set up and working the way it should. Anyways, hello to anyone who might be here, despite the stream having just started. I've also tried the last couple streams I've done so far. I've tried doing it on YouTube Shorts as well. If anyone has joined via YouTube Shorts, please let me know, because I have no idea if that's working or not.
Following the advice of the Chrysos heirs, I embarked on the trial of time, only to learn that I had been dead since the moment I stepped onto Amphorius. To reclaim the future that had been stolen from me, we pushed onward in pursuit of the Death Titan, Thanatos.
They really did replace Stell. I don't like this update.
Meanwhile, Anaxa, one of the 7 sages of the Grove of Epiphany, broke free from the surveillance of the Golden Threads and actively sought refuge from the Council of Elders. After winning the Council's trust, he ascended Dawncloud with Circes, the Reason Titan, who resided within him, and sought an audience with Kefali, the World-Bearing Titan. To obtain information about the entrance to the Netherrealm, Castris had no choice but to support the Council of Elders in proposing a pause in the Flame Chase journey. With the aid of the demigod Cypher, she set out for the ancient city of the dead dragon, Styxia. Castorus successfully recreated the dead dragon Pollux via alchemy and used its power to return to the Netherrealm, where she faced Thanatos, the Death Titan. She returned both the Titan's core flame and the stolen future, restoring the cycle of life and death in Amphorius. Anaxa's soul met Castorus in the Netherrealm, where he proved his hypothesis regarding creation. At the Citizens' Assembly, he cast a pivotal vote and used the charge of blasphemy to thwart the Council of Elders' schemes for power, allowing the flame chase journey to continue. After returning Circe's core flame, Anaxa's physical body completely disappeared. With this, the flame chase journey neared its conclusion.
Before we move on to the story, I want to do these first so I can decide who I want to go for. Pastor sit here and run me? Huh. Aww. She's so pretty. Despite that though, I'm going for the Herda because, oh my god, I need her. Ow.
Let's try it this other way. Come on, I choose you!
Enjoying yourself? I will guide with the Rainbow Bridge. Everyone's been waiting for it.
So this is the worth of life.
May this faint light dispel the gloom, restore clear skies once more.
is not as fragile as butterfly wings. Embrace new life, Pollux. Dead souls, return to dust!
You hold some academic value. An eternal melody. Every petal in life's garden will be swept away by the wind of time.
Trust me. Together, we can do anything!
The future will be bright. We do need some sunshine.
So this is the warmth of life.
Enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. I will guide with the Rainbow Bridge.
Please cheer. Darkness follows me.
The future
What?
will be bright. Everyone's been waiting for this. May this faint light dispel the gloom, restore clear skies once more. Stay away. That hurts.
I only wish that death may protect us.
Stay away.
Don't worry, I'll do it.
Nanny, nanny.
Trust me, you can do it. Trust me. Together, we can do anything!
I grant you this, as you wish.
Pay attention. I will guide with the Rainbow Bridge. We do need some sunshine.
So this is the warmth of life. Embrace new life, Pollux.
Even got her light cone. And hers. And this one. It's the tiniest thing. Ayo? In one pull. The rest is going towards you, woman. Please, streamer luck. No. God damn it.
I had a nightmare last.
Okay, so thank goodness they didn't replace her. Okay, anyway.
If there's nothing pressing, let's take a walk.
Hold on.
Lady Treeby, please stay close.
Also, I will never understand why people are saying that he's a better healer for Castris. No one explains why. Or rather, the explanation still makes no sense. Ho-Ho is a better healer anyway. Val can suck it. Only 2 left. I should probably voice this. Lance of Fury became the Mad King, plunging the world into ceaseless strife. Clear valor brought it to an end. And its demigod successor, the undying Midimos, chose to bear the title of Kremnos alone. Returning to be crowned at the last line of defense for the holy city. Mighty, may your battles know no defeat. Back then, the incarnation of time entrusted Mem to you at the Temple of the Three Fates. Back then, the lively girl with red hair fulfilled her mission and bid the first farewell. Time speaks not of fairness, yet it never stops. And now this power resides in your hands. See you tomorrow, Trian. Not long ago, the head of the Grove of Sages helped you repel the menace that is the Black Tide. And still, not long past, the unruly scholar staged one grand performance, granting you a glimpse of this world's truth at the cost of his life. Oh, the incarnation of reason, at the edge of existence. Have you found your answer? A prophecy once made the hand of shadow choose two, granting one the fate of death. Yet their bond wove a hauntingly beautiful tale that stretched across time. In the end, the incarnation of death, who journeyed to the netherrealm to the living world, chose to remain in that sea of flowers, retrieving your future. At the end of the west wind, we shall meet again, Castris. Oh, what a long journey it's been! Time and time again, farewells have it numbed you. You can't help but wonder how many more goodbyes will the journey of trailblazing entail. You question whether you'll be able to express each goodbye with heartfelt emotion. Your thoughts sink into the ocean. You recall how the Amphorians cherish epics, using stories to soothe their sorrows. Perhaps you should embrace this way to dispel your melancholy and regain your strength. I cannot English. Then let it begin. Countless words at the adventure countless words of adventure surge through your mind. You only need to grasp just one to anchor your creation. Don't be influenced by the noise outside, just focus on the keyword in your mind. It is indeed difficult. But you should still cling tightly to your inspiration, weaving heartfelt and elegant verses. Alright, this is an impossible task. Just one glance at your phone, it won't disrupt your thoughts. Or so you tell yourself. Oh, sorry. A mystery. I'm not gonna try and voice her. Last time, Styxia 0 time for absolute disaster. Now the River of Souls mostly retreated. I'm back, baby. In the water, big shiny chest. It's a shiny. Oh. Details, schmeetails? What? God damn it, Cypher. I must admit, even during this arduous and struggling low point, there are still those who live joyfully. Cypher's endless, surging desire for wealth seems more turbulent than the waters of Scale Gorge waterscape. Get the past for now. It only brings sorrow, but sadness has no place in this, and sadness has no place in this moment. What you need is the drive to move forward. You decide to head to Styxia, where the River of Souls is no longer blocked, to meet up with Cal. Sorry. Hopefully those glittering, clinking trinkets will, as always, lift your spirits.
Styxia's moonlight is so beautiful, and the River of Souls is so quiet. It's like everything that happened was just a dream. I wonder if Cass is doing okay on the other side. No, this shouldn't be so depressing. Now's not the time to feel down. By the way, it was Miss Cipher who asked us to come here. But where has she gone?
Behind us?
Huh? Yes, and this aura feels so familiar. Let's go check it out together. Be very careful. I have a bad feeling about this. Show your courage. Hey, what's that on the ground? Careful, careful. It's a piece of black cloth. Now, where have I seen this before? What? How could they be here? Mimi! Look out! What? Now I'm sad. Let's try our best to deal with them for now, and we'll slip into the past with Time's power as soon as we can.
The River of Souls is full of fish, big and delicious.
What?
Yeah, I'm with you, ma'am.
The flame chase journey stops. Meow, meow.
Meow? We already knew about the mad part.
He knew it.
Sorry, I couldn't pass on the chance to give you two a good scare. Ah! Don't run! I'm the real Cipher. Come on, don't be upset. I'm just giving you a kind reminder that Emphorius isn't safe at all. The whole place is full of dangers, including that swordmaster. Make sure you stay on your toes, no matter where you are.
Both play.
Hey, I'm just making it up to you. You'd do the same in my shoes.
So, was that a Flame Reaver disguise? Or a magic trick? It looked so real.
Disguise? No. It's not as simple as that. For example, what did you think when you realized that piece of cloth came from the Flame Reaver's cloak?
We thought that maybe the Flame Reaver was...
That's right. And then you heard some footsteps.
Well, we thought it must be the Flame Reaver coming...
Yep, exactly. I just used some hints and, mental suggestions to help you believe in a lie. Lies are what Zagreus is best at. If everyone believes in a lie, then it becomes reality.
I mean, maybe?
Power to make lies into reality? That's got all my hair standing up.
You think I might be lying? No need. The seamstress trusts you for a reason. Someone as honest as you couldn't trick me even if you wanted to. So, there's no harm in telling you. Besides, we still need to team up to go treasure hunting, right? Let's wrap up here. It's time to get going. Oh, was that your teleslate?
No, it was my phone.
Aren't you a popular one? But I got to you first, so help me with the treasures, and then I'll send you two to the grove. Curiosity killed the cat, you know. Do you think I'll spend it all? Don't forget, I'm a demigod too. And there's a line reserved for me in that stupid prophecy as well. You shall walk with greed and die over petty change. But I don't believe in that. As long as I keep collecting treasures, then I won't need to care about petty change. And as long as I don't hurt other people when I get what I want, I won't be walking with greed. Right? Isn't that simple? So, as long as I keep going down this path, all those predestined prophecies and fates will never catch up to me.
Cypher certainly has the voice fit for a villain. Like, I'm not even kidding. If I didn't know any better, I would think she's a villain.
That was a long speech. I'm getting thirsty at this rate. The treasures of Styxia aren't gonna float up on their own. Come on, Grey Mystery. Show me what the authority of time can do.
So, this is the car of the Astral Express you've spoken of. My repository of memories has been enriched with another fascinating piece of information. Thank you for leading me here, Lord Donholm.
I'm surprised accounts so elder like yourself would be willing to journey so far to inspect the Express.
Documents hold wisdom and knowledge in high esteem. If the citizens knew of your origins, I'm sure more would be intrigued by the Trailblaze. Sadly, discussions about the world beyond. It's been quite some time since you first arrived in Akama. Presumably, you've been looking for a way to leave ever since.
Yeah? I've been actively gathering clues and testing different things. Sadly, the more I find out, the more powerless I feel.
Don't be too hard on yourself, my lord. This puzzle has stumped Emphorius' scholars for centuries. It isn't something you can solve overnight. Even someone as gifted as yourself.
In the Grove, I discovered extensive research on the Sky Titan. It appears that many scholars from Emphorius believe the taboo against the world beyond the sky stems from a curse cast by Aquila.
Exactly. Of the 12 Titans of Emphorius, Aquila is known for being the most capricious.
Aquila?
The weather itself reflects their mood. Tranquil sunshine, mournful rain. Aquila's breath is a brisk wind, and their cries resound as thunder in a storm.
Additionally, Aquila is one of the 2 Titans whose core flames has yet to be returned.
The sky above affects every citizen. It's clear that Lady Aglaya's decision to confront Aquila at the end of the Flame Chase journey was a carefully considered strategy.
If returning Aquila's core flame can break the sky curse, we won't have to exhaust ourselves searching for a way back. We can simply focus on aiding the Chrysos heirs.
Anti-Catherians have no home to return to, so I understand your concern for your old friends. And I used anti-Catherian technology, or scanning, as you might call it, to assess this car. Assuming my judgment is correct, I might be able to conduct a thorough overhaul of its power systems.
Really? But...
Of course. That's only if you, my lord, Permit me to interact with it.
By all means, please proceed. But be careful, the express thrusters are extremely delicate.
You honor me with your trust. I will be very careful.
I'm excited to see how this goes. Hygus carefully scans the damage. I didn't even... This is unbelievable. You seem to understand its structure perfectly. Have you repaired something like this before?
Not exactly, but we Antikytherians are inherently sensitive to machinery. Carefully endowed our kind with a unique advantage for analyzing and learning. If you give me some time, I might be able to fully restore this damaged car to its former glory. Then you and your esteemed companion could set off on your return journey sooner.
Really? But isn't the real issue with Aquila?
Hypothetically, Lord Donham, if I could open up a path out of Amphorius that circumvents Aquila's divine punishment, would you consider ceasing your support for the Flame Chase journey?
I don't understand. Does the Council of Elders possess some secret means of counteracting divine punishment?
It's best if you don't delve too deeply into that question, my lord. All you need to know is, I can make it happen.
This is not a decision by the Council of Elders, but rather his personal wish.
The crucial point is, if you and your companion are unwilling to halt your support for the Chrysos heirs, it could offend certain interests.
Forgive me, Lord Lygus, but I must be frank. When visiting Dawncloud, I reviewed the records of many council elders. Among them, only your background was nearly blank. I'd like to accept your goodwill, but given such a mysterious background and motives, anyone cautious would have doubts.
Your prudence impresses me, just as expected.
Well, shit. Are these people... This is a trap. Is this why you accompanied me here?
Please don't misunderstand, Lord Donham. As the Theoros, I have no allegiance to their plans, nor am I obliged to obstruct them. I am neutral.
Are you sure about that, sir?
Out of respect for you, I hope to offer a peaceful solution to ensure the safety of you and your companion.
Then why surround me? Why surround him? 1 against 4, then. Just to confirm, if things turn ugly later, will you help?
I will not. As I said, I remain neutral. Are you asking this because you plan to refuse my offer and continue supporting the Chrysos heirs?
You weren't wrong about one thing, Lord Lygus. Indeed, we must try to return to our companions. But our companions now also include the flame-chasing Chrysos heirs. The Nameless cannot and will not ignore the fate of our companions.
So I see. This is what you call trailblazer.
When I asked if you'd help, I meant The ones who need help are them. At least it's just Dunhung now that's mostly silent. Meanwhile, in the Grove of Epiphany... Oh god, lag.
You have such overwhelming power, so... Why? Answer me! Why do you stand in our way? Why do you want to take the core flames?
Oh no! He can't hold on anymore! Drag him back here, friend!
I'll try.
Are you okay?
I'm okay. I can handle that kind of hit now. But a few months ago, that would have knocked me out.
I don't know if my mic picked that up, but of course the train has to go by when I'm streaming. Of course. Anyways.
Well, that's why I made sure you were well fed. Thanks for the help. To face Aquila and other potential threats, I must sharpen myself with the most aggressive methods.
Even so, it's impressive you thought of this training method. Battling the phantoms of the past in the River of Time? It's just like the hyperbolic time sanctum that the bards describe.
It's working pretty well, wouldn't you say? But combat isn't just about strength and skill. You also need the right weapon. Compared to that guy's weapon, mine feels like I'm swinging a lump of iron. I can't tell you how many swords I've gone through since the training began.
I'm curious to see what Welt's reaction would be to this guy. Would he be reminded of Kevin, do you think?
Don't worry. I've already arranged that. I asked him to make a suitable divine weapon for me. It's a little embarrassing to say this, but in order to help me, he deliberately...
Oh, Cartonis is part of this flame chase journey after all. Full of energy.
Thinking about how he's been recently, maybe you're right.
But, Finon, I've been somewhat concerned about you. Lately, you seem more and more fixated on that Swordmaster in black.
That's quite the sudden shift in topic.
I've been holding this question in for a long time. You're getting stronger, but seeds of unrest are also growing in me.
Don't worry. I'm not wielding my sword for revenge. She's been through Nikador's trial and understands. Those who can't walk out of the shadows of their past are ultimately weak. Times have changed. The responsibility I bear is both precious and fragile. I wield my sword for the future of Amphorius. I will not let hatred cloud my judgment again and neglect my duties. Right. I must continue sharpening my skills. Eventually, I'll need to face them on the battlefield. Every time I say something, things get so serious. I don't want to be the person who keeps bringing the mood down. I'm out of energy for training today. How about we go to the library of Philia to lighten the mood?
Sure, that's what I've been looking forward to. We deserve to enjoy ourselves after all the hard work. Today, I'm definitely going to... A girl's little secret. Don't pry.
A girl's little... Mem? March? Is that you?
That's the charm of this place. You can find whatever you're into here.
You can find whatever you're into here, huh? Ayo?
The three of us might not be into scholarly books, but we could still spend an entire day at the library.
Oh, shit's smoother now. Okay, it's hardly even smooth for me. I'm gonna have to go back. I'm just gonna take the map.
Where was that slate last time? Was it here? Or maybe over here? I'm off to have some fun! It's free time now, so you should relax too.
Over the past few months, you've come here more than once, fishing out that small piece of essence from the ocean of knowledge that best suits your taste. You're quite relieved that Dan Heng isn't around. No one will be here to judge your reading tastes. The scroll at hand shows a small line of text. Shows a line of small text. Whatever, same thing. Non-standard reading material. Please return to its original place after borrowing it. Don't let any grove discover it. 10 exclamation marks. It seems that the scholar of the grove, sir, amidst their profound academic discussions, haven't forgotten their little hobbies. So which reading material will you pursue? Forbidden Love, The Tree and the Butterfly. My professor can't possibly be this shy. One Punch God. No, it's so long. There's nothing else.
I wonder what Finan and Mem are reading. Let's take a closer look.
Well, I thought I felt a draft just now. Peeking isn't polite, my friend. You could have just asked. Here, look, I'm reading this. Antiques Appraisal. How to Make a Fortune. Whew, your comments cut deep. It's tough to find a good comeback. I've spent a lot of time pondering how Aglaya became such an effective leader. Beyond the intangible qualities like personality and ethics, a major reason is her family wealth. That's the perk of growing up in a big city, isn't it? For those of us in the sticks, luck doesn't come as easily. It's 30% grind, 70% fate. Oops, I talked too much. As a leader, you need both integrity and integrity and skill.
Yes, skill. Integrity and skill. Are you sure about that? Evan?
Month of cultivation, curtain fall hour, a time to feast on grains, but poor time for fishing. Oh, but then again, are there even any spots left to fish in Emporius these days? Ah, you scared me! Bursting into someone's world like that can really catch them off guard. Well, no more jokes. There's nothing here.
Something's odd about Mem. What are they flipping through?
Oh, these cards are so detailed and ruler, weaver, trap. But the interpretation for each. What a coincidence! We meet again. Guess we're fated to be together, huh? But you must be busy, so I won't bother you for now. Hope your day, every day, is joyful.
So suspicious. Not like their usual self.
Hmm.
You sure are persistent. All right. I'm totally helpless against your charm.
What are you guys chatting about? Is this...
Why are you here too?
Sorry, seeing you two chasing each other around, I suddenly found my book not that appealing anymore. Never thought Mem would be into divination.
I wanted to set up a surprise. Master it in secret and give you all a shock. But getting caught halfway through, it's only natural I'd feel shy. A girl's heart is more delicate than Aquila's ever-changing moods.
Why do I feel like... Why do I feel like Mem is... With March the way she is right now, why do I feel like her consciousness is right here in Mem?
A surprise,
Or
huh?
something.
Someone else used to tell me the same. She was really good at stargazing and divination.
And you must be pretty familiar with all sorts of divination techniques.
No, I know nothing about it. I've never really believed in using cards or bones to predict the future.
You're saying that there's like 1 frame per year. What? I have it open and looking at the video, and it's moved to me for the most part.
If the good omens foretold by divination were true, my hometown, Heidi's Elysia, wouldn't have disappeared. Don't forget, we've got Lady Trina. Every other form of divination is just smoke and mirrors or cleverly rehearsed tricks compared to her flawless prophecies.
To me, divination could be a power that guides our spirits.
Yeah, I certainly hope it is. Apologies if that was rude, but I do get little tiny lag spikes in game, and they seem more enhanced in the stream itself for me. But even then, 1 frame per year, that's a little dramatic, wouldn't you say?
They always cast a shadow in front of us, clouding our view of the future. That's why people turn to divination. It's just to find a small reason to give them courage to face the unknown. After all, the first chapter of the Divination Compendium discusses the significance of divination. I'm just expanding on that a bit.
Strange. That person I knew used to say similar things. Looking back, whenever she interpreted a card for me, I couldn't help but feel uneasy. Even though I never believed in the outcomes. Maybe it was her tone. Cyrene. She could paint a complete fantasy so vividly, it utterly captivated me as a child. Right, I still carry a card she once used.
Absolutely.
Oh, wow! It's so exquisite! I'd love to have a card like that.
And it looks like him.
Oh, now that you mention it, yes. It would be even better if it were made of, say, crystal.
Speaking of which, partner, there's something I haven't shared with you all. Remember our first trip to the Temple of the Three Fates?
My guess is that noise is either a monster or Cypher. Never mind. I was wrong.
You are...
These folks are up to no good.
Black clothing. Masks decorated with golden blood. Are they cleaners?
To directly call us by our name, it seems you, Lord Finan, have studied the forgotten history of Amphorius quite thoroughly. Your friend seems quite interested in us. We can't let our esteemed guests pass away without understanding.
Pass away? Are you asking for death, sir?
During the Chrysos War, to combat the Chrysos heirs, several cities formed an underground assassin squad called the Cleaner. Their task was to erase anyone with golden blood from existence. Assassination, poisoning, political persecution. They would do...
Well, this historical perspective seems biased, glossing over the Chrysos heirs' abuse of divine powers and their blatant initiation of war. Could you disclose the name of the author behind this popular legend, Lloyd Finan? I'd hate...
You should have stayed buried in the dust of history. The Citizens' Assembly has once again legitimized the mission of the Chrysos. Not one citizen would cast their vote for you. Executioners lurking.
What does it matter? We've long since stopped expecting to be understood. People have become too accustomed to peace. And they've forgotten the disasters that arose from allowing generations of the Chrysos heirs to rule.
Complete nonsense. Did you really travel all the way to the Grove just to have an argument?
I enjoy dealing with people as straightforward as you've probably figured out.
Keep your cool, partner. They've come out of the shadows, which... All right. Let's hear it. What are you hiding? But my shoulders might be sore, and my sword a tad dull.
Bastards is what they are.
How's it going, Cinny? This place fits, doesn't it? It's a bit small, but the lighting is perfect.
Thank you, Lady Treby. With this, the Twilight Courtyard can be reborn in Akama. Do you like it here too, little Ika?
It's so bright here. Maybe you should rename it? How about Lumen?
Lady Treby makes a good point. But Twilight Courtyard carries the long history of the descendants of the sky.
Right. How does the...
Even Lady Treby forgets things.
We just haven't prepared lessons in a while now, so we're now we remember. Kremnos and the Firmament, Volume 3, Section 5. With Seliosi, the Day Thunder Knight, striking down the Eye of Twilight, the divine war between Nikedor and Aquila, which spanned centuries, came to an end. Thereafter, the Skyfolk gradually declined. Numerous sky fortresses were abandoned, and their descendants began to establish themselves on the land. Finally, those descended from Seliosi the Day Thunder Knight were welcomed by the scholars under Circes and established the Twilight Courtyard in the Grove. The historical records seem slightly at odds with our memories. But the details from that time have become somewhat hazy to us.
Oh, I forgot. For Lady Treby, history is more than just words on a page. It's something you've personally lived. Little Ika loves listening to the stories from the legends. I'm sure you're also imagining one day you'll be as awe-inspiring as the winged beasts by Seliosi's side. That day will come. I believe it. Just keep... Lord Crediros?
Miss Hyacinth. And Lady Treby. Good to see you're doing all right. I heard from the citizens you were nearby.
Doing all right. What's going on, Crediros?
There's been another violent incident at the market. A shop was smashed and looted. It's the third time this week.
How can this be? I always thought that with Lady Aglaya here, Akama would remain peaceful.
That was true in the past. But these days, forgive my bluntness, her senses may not be as sharp as they once were.
Aggie.
In my opinion, malevolent forces have noticed the slack in the golden threads and are now plotting to exploit the opportunity.
The Citizens' Assembly just wrapped up. Why is there still unrest?
The Chrysos heirs won by only one vote, Lady Trevi. From my years of experience, a narrow victory often walks hand in hand with unrest.
Trouble. Miss Hyacinth. Trouble.
Clementine.
Please. Something terrible has happened to
What is it, Doctor? Calm yourself and talk us through.
Lady Aglaya. It's Lady Aglaya who's in trouble.
Well, shit.
I still remember. This bath that overlooks the entire palace was built by the Council of Elders 900 years ago. Its purpose was to commemorate the first flame chase journey, and to remember the heroes who made great sacrifices for Amphorius a millennium ago. Rules were set then. No one was allowed to enter, apart from guests invited by the Goldweaver. But, I guess, you're no longer pretending to follow the rules, are you, Lady Kindness?
Aglaya, you ageless witch, hiding behind a divine facade to deceive mortals. We've been far too kind.
Kind? There's no need to use such a word to cover up your incompetence. Anaxagoras humiliated all of you before the citizens. If you still had any shred of shame, you'd throw yourselves from Dawn Cloud at the curtainfall hour to salvage the last fragments of your dignity.
Demigod, why not gaze into the water's reflection and see the wretched face you... These days you're not only blind, but also deaf. The cleaners were born for this moment. When all orders, rules, and laws fail to restrain you, it's time for the dagger to pass judgment.
So you're trying to assassinate her. And why? Because you're salty?
If you're in such a hurry, give it a try.
Going toe-to-toe with a demigod? We're not that foolish. The dagger isn't at your throat, but...
Your gravest accusation is that my humanity is fading. And you claim my concern for mortal joys and sorrows is nothing but a facade. If that accusation holds, what makes you think the lives of these civilians will sway me in the slightest?
Fine. I'll gladly use a few more words to shatter that demigod facade of yours. Like I said, you're not only blind, but deaf too. Lately, your control over Akuma has weakened. You failed to notice the thefts we arranged in the market, nor did you catch wind of the meetings happening in the Dromus workshop. Plots are unfolding right under your nose, yet you humanity? Fading? Aglaya, why not use your precious golden thread to peer into my thoughts? See if the gift we've so meticulously prepared for you can move that cold demigod heart of yours.
In this moment, I only regret not being more ruthless. Because your evil is beyond cure.
You finally figured it out. You have grown dull. I've been holding that image in my mind this whole time to make sure you could see it.
I want you to have this knucklebone talisman, Big Sis. I hope it brings you luck every...
That girl who can't speak or hear. What if she accident? You know better than anyone what it feels like to lose your sight. Imagine if 1,000 years ago you, already blind, had also lost your voice and hearing in your youth. Would you still have become the Aglaya you are today? Look at those broken, pleading eyes. How disappointing. We overestimated your cunning. If this plan fails, we still have dozens of splendid parting gifts prepared. Demigod.
I thought I could buy some more time. In these 1,000 years, I've witnessed the fall of 10 titans. From my naive arrogance at the beginning to slowly learning how to guide others. Now, it's time to let go. I should be grateful. Grateful that I've reached this moment. To let my departure become a path for others to follow.
But no. No. Please don't die. You're too pretty to die.
I've done enough. If I embrace that prophecy now, and sink into the warmth of these waters, will the wandering wind stop to mourn me, Cyphra?
You're too pretty to die.
I've come as promised. Look at this box full of gold and silver treasures. I bet there's stuff here you've never seen. Come on. As we agreed, I want to buy the most valuable clothes you have.
Little thief! You've got some nerve, barging into my shop dressed in those tattered rags. What have you brought? Let me see.
Here, take a look. Only the finest goods. See the sapphire? It's even more blue than Fagusa's eyes.
Such exquisite luster. I've only seen an ocean's tier of...
Wait. You've seen one before.
It's just an old memory. My family estate all burned to ashes long ago. This workshop is what I built from scratch.
Wow. A daughter rebuilding her family business.
Mind your manners, Kitty. Tell me, Cyphra, where did you come from? And how...
I won them fair and square in a bet. Speak up, seamstress. Give me a straight answer.
Strange. You're clearly lying to my face. But my golden thread...
That's because I'm not lying.
Is that so? The scars and the mud stains on your face tell another story.
Come on. Can't we just do business without all this chatter? Don't worry. I didn't leave any evidence, so...
How can I trust a word you say when you're so skilled at lying?
Dealing with you rich people is such a pain. Always wasting my time.
Hold on. Your treasure? I'll accept it. But these are low. That said, I do have something that would suit you perfectly.
Oh.
Look. Come a bit.
Oh. It's...
These golden boots are the gold weaver's greatest treasures. Though not as valuable as the most precious gowns, legend has it that Zagreus blessed these boots, allowing anyone who wears them to move swiftly and silently. Put them on, Cyphra. And don't get caught again. A face as lovely as yours deserves better protection. You rich folks just love sticking your noses in everything, don't you?
What's wrong?
Do you have a smaller size?
Well, I suppose you'll have to grow into them.
Do you have to interrupt me in the middle of my story? Fake? What's fake?
Those boots definitely don't hold Zagreus' divine power. You're Amphorius' most cunning liar, and even you were fooled by a—
Watch your mouth, or I'll feed you to the fish in the River of Souls. Weren't you curious how I got tangled up with that seamstress? Well, now you know. Satisfied?
I didn't expect such a simple story. How disappointing. But, boss lady, there's a chance Aglaia wasn't trying to—
You're defending her.
No. I just think the story's so moving, it'd be a shame to ruin it with a lie. If I could cry, I'd be in tears right now.
Good thing you've still got a sharp tongue, or you'd have been stuck guarding someone's front door ages ago. Enough chit-chat. Let's take a look at this place. The city of Styxia. Look how beautiful she is! Let me take a good sniff of this air.
Yes, it is actually my voice. Sorry, I just checked the YouTube Shorts version of the stream.
This air, it's filled with the scent of treasure everywhere. Wonderful, just wonderful. Thanks to Castorus and Grey Mystery, the ancient city's barrier was finally dispelled. Now that I think about it, helping them was well worth it. Time for treasure hunting, Barto! Lead the way, and whatever we find, we'll split—
Well, I have a suggestion.
Listen closely. Do you hear that? The gnawfish in the River of Souls are growling with hunger.
80-20 it is. How generous you are, bossy.
Anyway, what's with all this water? It's damp, cold, and
Ooh, the mighty demigod of trickery. Uneasy around water.
You wouldn't understand. The people of Dolos are talented in many ways. Just, not in swimming.
It's because she's also a cat.
Why don't we have a race? Long distance, sprint, or laps?
What's got you so worked up? Relax. Who would have thought the fearless Lady Cypher was afraid of water?
Cats hate getting wet. What's so hard to understand about that? Now, hurry up and figure out a way across. Or I might have to reconsider our split.
Don't rush me. Let me take a look around. Got it. Let's use that thing.
Not a good imitation. I'll play along. Let's see where this goes, Bartolos.
Tell me, how did you hunt for treasure when I wasn't around, boss lady?
So, Princess Homebody, can I have a look at your big scythe? Trying to trick me into saying something. Not a chance.
You're as sharp as ever.
Was this device designed by priests of Ornyx? Do you think—
Don't underestimate me, boss. Just find a cozy drive.
Not bad, but just a warning.
Don't worry, trust me. For that sweet 20% cut of the loot,
Huh. This feels truly magical. When did you pick up this trick? We're here. Can we turn off this spotlight now? It's really blinding.
No problem. Just use the device over there to shut it off.
The scent of gold coins, gems, and fine leather. It's so refreshing. The treasures in this ancient city are all floating back up thanks to Gray Mystery and that pink squirrel.
Pink squirrel? Really?
Yes, right here. What are you waiting for? Start digging.
Roger that. Watch me.
Wow! That's a huge chest. Move over. I want to open it myself. Wow, wow. A massive haul. Unbelievable. It's hard to imagine the kind of luxurious life the people of Styxia once led. As expected for a realm of Fagusa's disciples. This entire chest is filled with ornaments made from ocean's tears.
Thanks for the gift, boss. Look at the clarity of this purple crystal. It matches my skin tone perfectly. Oh, safer, safer. You truly have them. Let me try this on.
How long have we known each other? I can't believe you still fall for this.
This is... How could I have forgotten about this? I'll believe it as true, and a lie becomes reality. What a convenient ability.
The demigod of trickery's divine gift. Far more practical than any golden thread or teleporter. All right, enough fooling around. Here's the real thing.
Cypher rules! I've already pinpointed the next trove of treasure! Starting. Boss lady, we're set to make a fortune this time! Got any plans on how to spend it?
Of course. Spend nothing. Have you forgotten my silly prophecy?
Whoa! Isn't that like...
Uh-huh.
Once activated, this thing makes a racket that can be heard for miles. Just use...
Seriously, what was the Titan thinking when they came up with this? Hey! If you don't want the trickery to be exposed, you'd better start by keeping your mouth shut. What do you say?
Boss lady, you're absolutely right. I'll be careful with my words. Here we go round the river of souls. Spirit thief goes, spirit thief goes.
Ah, what are you even singing? You're totally out of tune. There's a big guy guarding this place. Look at its face. Oh my, how could something be so ugly?
Yeah, so ugly. Ugly enough to make even me, a little imp without a digestive system, feel nauseous.
If that ugly brute messes up my face, even the stoic Talantin might end up shedding a tear.
Indeed, that would be heartbreaking. Clearly running away.
So, how about you take the front?
Right. Fleeing fits a rogue nature. Huh?
practically smells of money.
Come to me. You'll pay for this. The time is now. Lend me your strength.
We'll take it all.
Do we have to fight?
Why, of course.
Give me strength.
Thanks. That feels way better.
Don't come any closer.
Move aside, amateurs. Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all.
Sleep now.
You found me.
Come to me. Our cute play session is over. The lie that everyone believes in becomes a reality. Gotcha.
Doesn't fall. The time is now. Lend me your strength. We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them!
Life is not as fragile as butterfly wings. Embrace new life, Pollux. Darkness follows me.
You can't run. Yeah! Such an ugly and useless creature, taken down with just a couple of hits. How boring.
After trying her out in this just now, my polls on the Herdas and Hyacinth's banners are going to be paused. I need her, and I need her now.
Hey, Bartolos, are you still alive?
Squeak!
Look at you, all shaken up. Should be safe here now. Get to work.
Aye, aye, boss lady Cypher.
It doesn't smell like anything valuable this time. Huh. Is this?
Ooh, this looks tragic. Do you think they made it to Akuma?
Probably not. I've never seen or heard of anyone from Styxia and Akuma. At least, I'm still left for Dolos. Guess this city wasn't so lucky. It does seem unfair, doesn't it? Just because they were born in the wrong place, they had to face such devastation. Meanwhile, those in Akuma, simply because they're support.
Yeah, the world just isn't fair, is it? Speaking of the world-bearing titan, Cypher, didn't you tell me once you used to be an apprentice at Kephal's priestly court?
Huh? Did I?
Yeah, you definitely told me, and I remember it clearly.
Ah, right. I did tell you. It wasn't a big deal. I just snuck in with a bunch of mumbling priests and watched them do their spooky rituals around some glowing rock. Honestly, I was only interested in the wallets of the old grandpas on the council back then. Don't remember much else. It's been what? Nearly 1,000 years?
Oh, I see. But you in a priest robe? No, that's hard to picture.
Who asked you to picture that? Besides, priest robes from 1,000 years ago were nothing like the ones today.
Right. I didn't think about that. I was just curious if you ever overheard anything interesting from those priests.
How ridiculous. Come on, let's head to the next spot. Where did this roadblock come from? Ugh, this is so annoying. The treasure is right in front of us.
Oh dear, we're stuck here. Should we call on that big, noisy, cumbersome hand of Xandris?
Never thought that thing would actually come in handy. All right.
Leave it to me. I don't need a controller. Hand of Zagreus, my darling.
Hey, yo!
Looks like a charm.
Not bad. However, I still don't see how this ties into trickery.
Let's go to the next.
Hey, slow down.
What?
You know, that question. The one you specifically asked me. Right after we dug up the second chest?
Forgive me, boss lady.
Oh. Is that... Maybe you're right. I have been a little on edge lately.
Treasure, let's go.
Twinkle, twinkle in my chest, how this core flame is the best.
Wow, when it comes to singing, I still sound better than you, boss.
Go beyond all time and space on the journey of flame chase. This scent.
Incredible indeed. If even boss lady says so.
Do I need to give instructions here? Get digging.
What?
Oh, isn't this a golden scapegoat? Interesting. Looks like whoever buried this treasure went into...
Oh, isn't there a myth about this thing? Those who feared fire became sheep. Those who did not became human.
Sheep, humans, whatever. All I know is unlocking this gets us treasure. Here. This honors all.
Puzzles and tricks are right up my alley.
That was a little too easy.
Told you, nothing can stump me. Cypher, it's your turn now.
Stop. Stay there. And don't turn around.
Huh? What do you...
I told you. Don't.
My poor old back. What are you doing?
Shh, quiet. Don't say anything unnecessary. That seamstress. She's listening.
What? Boss Steve?
Stay put and keep quiet. I'll handle her. Whoa, whoa. Seamstress. Getting sneaky, aren't we? Did you think I wouldn't notice your little spies lurking around me?
As time passes, I find myself leaning more and more on blind luck. With only the power of this little nymph. Naturally, I couldn't slip past your sharp eyes, Cypher.
Even if you could fully control Bartolos's mind, I would still be able to see through your disguise. You've gone to such lengths to spy on my every move. What exactly are you after? I've told you before, you don't need me to succeed. Why don't you just let this go? I already made an exception and got involved with Castorus and Grey Mystery. Asking for more now. Isn't that pushing your luck?
I've plotted and schemed my whole life. But I've spent centuries trying to figure out where I went wrong. Replaying every moment over and over. But you've never given me a chance to explain myself, face to face.
Don't talk to me like that.
1,000 years ago, out of foolishness, I let my silence steal away the most beautiful sound I'd ever know.
My silence.
So this time, I must say this to you. Even if it's all in vain. I need you, Cyphera. The Chrysos Heir's mission needs you. The finale I've delayed for far too long. It's finally here. Whatever resentment you still hold against me will fade once I'm gone. Please, come back to Akama. I'm begging you. Without you, they don't stand a chance.
I'll think about it, seamstress. But stop watching me.
Don't worry. As much as I'd love to hear your voice again, to see your face, it seems that chance will never come. Goodbye, Cyphera.
Goodbye, Aglaya.
What a shame. I thought there'd be some...
Turns out, everything in that chest was soaked in water from the River of Souls. Nothing. Those relics were once priceless. But...
Aww, hearing that from you makes it sound so... Wait, why am I getting all sentimental? I haven't even processed what just happened. Oh!
If you see her, let her know this. As demigod...
Could it have been back then when...
Do you remember now? Looks like you don't need me to jog your memory. She must have slipped that nymph into your pocket while you were distracted. Don't underestimate that bug. It's every bit as dangerous as the seamstress's golden thread. Let your guard down for even a second, and it might take over. Make you spill secrets you'd never
Whoa, that's like some brainwashing monster straight out of the Black Tide! Creepy. Boss, how did you realize something was wrong? I'm curious. What exactly did that nymph make me say?
Actually, it gave itself away very early on.
Speaking of the world-bearing titan, Cypher, didn't you tell me once you used to be an apprentice at Kefali's priestly court?
We've been partners in crime for 1,000 years. We've talked about everything there is to talk about. Except... for that. I absolutely wouldn't have shared that with anyone.
But, boss lady, there's a chance Aglaya wasn't trying to...
And as far as I know, the embodiment of trickery despises that golden thread which forces people to speak the truth. You'd never defend Aglaya, isn't that right? Zagreus.
You have a terrifyingly sharp mind.
After all, I'm the only one in the world who knows you're still alive. To make sure you survive the Titan trial, I had to fool the entire world. If you want to keep that lie from falling apart, you'd better keep playing your part in the days ahead.
Even if it weren't for saving my worthless little life, I'd still walk through fire for Cypher without hesitation.
You may have been reduced to this form, but you still haven't lost your way with words.
Speaking of which, Cypher, you're not taking that wicked woman's words to heart. Life's been pretty great lately. Why get into trouble now?
Honestly, I've been thinking. Maybe a trip back now wouldn't be too bad. You're back again, Cyphera. Your face.
I need clothes. Anything. Just throw me something. A piece of cloth will do. Just enough to cover the wounds. I will pay back the amount I owe.
You're bleeding golden blood.
Yes. What about it? So what if I'm one of those Chrysosairs they talk about? Those infinitely strong heroes. World-renowned
Cyphera.
Oh, I'm sorry to disappoint. Who knew that group of amazing people would include me? Popper.
Stop it, Cypher. I'll give you clothes. Won't stay here. Stay. Aren't you going to ask me? Right. What's the use? I'm so good. I don't need to ask. Nor do I need to use the golden thread. Stay here. You won't have to deal with the cold or go hungry again. Stay by my side, and you can stop putting a...
Aren't you worried I'll ruin this place's reputation? Or that I might sneak off with your precious clothes and...
I wouldn't have invited you if I were worried about those things.
You're weird, seamstress. You know, they say a child who often lies remains a liar for life. I've tried not to become a liar. But honestly, what makes you think I won't disappoint you?
Because I can feel it. Not with the power of a demigod. That's why you keep coming by, but also why you hesitate to stay longer. You worry you'll tarnish the Gold Weaver name. After taking over Nestia's divine authority, I became used to letting the golden thread distinguish sincerity from falsehood. However, the mission I need to complete requires me to learn to Cyphera. You're an honest thing I've given to this world. And also, stay here with me. You have a beautiful face that deserves better than to be covered in scars and...
You've got a way of talking that's hard to follow. All right, let's make it a deal. You have one day to change your mind.
Here we go again. These folks in black are not responding to provocations, nor do they seem intent on fighting. What exactly are they waiting for?
Pressure. Fear. Planting seeds of anxiety. It seems this is...
An organization that sees it as their mission to eradicate the Chrysosairs. I read some chilling accounts, stories of the cleaners using alchemical arts to implant fragments of memories into their successors, ensuring both identity and hatred live on.
I know these stories are true. The kindness we know today, strictly speaking, is the 27th kindness. Objectively, the rise of the cleaners was both inevitable and necessary. Yet, their ruthless and twisted methods earned them nothing but disdain.
And still they endure. An organization persisting through time, now working tirelessly to obstruct the flame chase. Are they truly so terrified of the era nova the crisis heirs strive for?
Even in these crumbling end times, there are always those who find ways to profit from the chaos. To ask the vested interests to abandon their status, wealth, and ambitions in this world for a distant ideal may be no easier than creating a miracle.
Wonder where Galactic is now. If they're targeting me, I definitely won't escape their notice either. Hope all is well. Is that Lord Kryros?
There you are, Lord Donghong. We couldn't reach you on the teleslate, so the Holy City Guard almost assumed you two had met some terrible fate. You pests crawling in the shadows, back off. Your plot ends here. You played your hand. Run while you still can. It might be your only chance to survive. Stay away from Akama forever. If you set foot there again, the fury of its people will tear you apart, because Aglaya is dead. And in the eyes of the Holy City citizens, her blood is on your hands.
What? Hold on. Yep. That's what he said. What the hell? Can't be true though, can it? She's gone into hiding?
Looks like she was wrong about you.
She? Are you talking about the mastermind?
Well, she thought you were weak. She believed that even when you were facing the evil that you claimed to oppose, you'd
Misinterpreting mercy for weakness shows how arrogant and foolish your master is. They're still alive. With proper care, they'll pull through in a few, but I must warn you. I haven't fought a human in ages. I can't guarantee I'll always be able to hold back. They're lucky they're still alive. If you feel as lucky as they are, try me.
Fainan is seriously upset.
Get out of here. Don't show your face around us again. If your master wants to stop the flame chase journey, she'd better bring an army that makes Kremnos at its peak look like child's play.
I've said it more than once, Lord Fainan. We're not here to... We came only to ensure you weren't anywhere else. While you were unaware, we already accomplished our mission. So, Lord Fainan, until next time.
For the love of Christ. For fuck's sake.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. Anyone who uses innocent lives as bargaining chips has gone too far. Probably a desperate gamble. I guess the opposition within the Council of Elders is still desperately fighting to obstruct the flame chase journey. If the conspiracy is exposed, they'll be hunted down in the Holy City like rats with nowhere to run. My teleslate. Aglaya? Is this blasted? Those guys... I've heard from more than one person. It doesn't seem like a joke. Stay calm. This could just be one of her schemes.
Fainan, what should we do now?
Stay on course. I'll contact Treeby and ask her to keep the citizens calm. We'll hurry back to Akama as fast as possible and assess the situation. I won't be merciful this time.
Stuffy nose.
Cartonis? Oh, you're forging it. I haven't seen you wield the hammer in so long. I couldn't help but be entranced by the sight.
You, in this form, you come to...
That's right. At this moment, my physical form is already shattered. My journey as a human in this world has... It's time to fulfill our pact.
Of course. The pact. I haven't...
The thing I entrusted to you. Do you still have it?
Far too plain this vessel is. Not wood...
I insist. Over the past 1,000 years, every piece of fabric I've worked with has been tainted by my cold divinity. It's made me hate their colors. This ornament stands apart. It was a gift from a child. She was pure and kind. I often wished my childhood could have been like hers.
How to say goodbye to everyone? Have you...
I'm afraid there's no such detailed plan this time. I deeply regret not being able to say the moment has come. My departure will give them one less thing to worry about. This parting gift should help ease the regret of such a sudden goodbye.
Invented for the Titans, Kremnos' soul-forging technology was. Is that what you want?
You've confirmed this with me. Repeat. Condense my divinity into this ornament. It might still be useful in the future to help them complete their mission.
Selfless until the end. Envy that child. There's no need to.
Your praise puts my heart at ease. Please, take me through the last tempering that fate has to offer.
She's really gone.
The city is silent. The news is probably spread by now. Every household is locked up tight, and all the market stalls have closed down temporarily. I hope so. I just can't believe she'd be taken down by a handful of assassins. If this is all part of a larger plan, Treeby must... Let's go find her. Don came back before us. Well, maybe he's heard something.
You're back. How's everything? No injuries, I hope?
Don't worry. The cleaners didn't lay a hand on us. Lord Krateros, were you in the city when it happened?
Regrettably, no one knows the details of that moment. Eyewitnesses only saw...
It's fine.
Eyewitnesses at the Memorial Palace saw Aglaya fall from the Chrysos airbath.
Oh, God.
She showed no signs of life by the time the Holy City guards approached to check. They were too afraid to jump to conclusions. After all, she was a demigod who lived for over 1,000 years, the leader of the Chrysos heirs. Most citizens of the city believed she was pierced through the heart by a uniquely crafted dagger. I saw it for myself. It's one of the weapons carried by the cleaners.
No, that doesn't make sense. The ones who appeared in the Grove and those who confronted Don Hung in the Abyss didn't immediately resort to violence. They didn't have any reason nor the courage to attack Aglaya.
Speculating blindly won't help. To go find Lady Tribby, if she understands Gaia's mind
I'll
best.
stay here to lead the guards and maintain order. Find out what happened, but don't take too long. With Aglaya gone, someone has to take her place and lead on. Also, Miss Hyacinth was the one who declared Aglaya dead. You might want to speak with her.
Thank you, Lord Crateros. The baths are empty.
There's still people here, though.
Hyacinth.
You're back.
I've heard from Crateros. Are you alright?
I'm fine. I've been staying close to Lady Treby and Lady Trinan after the incident. It's great that you could come back so quickly. They need... Yes, we witnessed her final moments. I tried to treat her immediately, but even the sky's blessing, declaring her death, was the hardest thing I've ever had to do as a doctor. Lord Finan, don't push yourself. You're carrying...
It's fine. What I've lost is a mentor and a comrade in arms. But for Treby and Trinan, you should rest, Hyacinth. You've been awake for a long time, haven't you?
Okay. See you.
Next, we should visit Lady Treby.
Snowy. Little Gray.
Lady Treby,
Snowy, don't. Please, you went to the grove to prepare yourself for the threats to Akama. We were always by Aggie's side throughout this long journey. So, we understood her thoughts better. She knew she wouldn't see the end of the Flame Chase journey. Yet, she gave everything without hesitation.
I know what Aglaya expected of me. Right now, the last thing Akama needs.
The scroll over there was entrusted to us by Aggie. She instructed us to hand it over to you when the time... I think now's the right time.
Finan, my humble student, my trusted colleague. As I write this, you are locked in a battle of words with the Council of Elders, fighting for the survival of the Flame Chase journey on a battlefield where the smoke of war is invisible. I deeply regret and feel guilty for hastily pushing you and the Trailblazer into the debate. But please forgive me. At that moment, I could not afford to show any sign of weakness before you, as it would have crushed your morale. I considered the debate a routine affair, assuming I could win merely with the support and experience we'd accumulated over centuries. But I underestimated Kindness and her party's cunning, and also the deterioration of my own senses. The trap was likely set by the debater Calictus. He had prepared a severed golden thread in advance, revealing it to the public when Kindness was faltering in the debate. He claimed I was reading everyone's thoughts with the golden thread to cheat in the debate. I could have countered that low tactic in 100 ways, but my words slipped out before I could even think about them. With deceitful scoundrels like you in the crowd, I have no choice but to rely on the golden thread to keep watch over everything in this holy city. You can imagine the reaction that comment provoked. At that moment, I felt my time was... The divinity in this body might be eternal, but that is not the essence of me. I am a daughter of humanity, born of my mother, and I will die as a human. Realizing that my humanity was fading, I began to plan my exit. What kind of departure would not waste such a belated death? I have yet to find the... But I knew I couldn't simply fade away in my sleep like anyone else. The serpents have always lurked in the darkness, terrified of their heads being cut off by the golden thread. If my departure were to be calm and uneventful, it would only lead to a swarm of those serpents emerging from their nests. Regrettably, a peaceful death is a luxury I cannot afford. I must feign weakness, deliberately, to make those serpents lose patience and act rashly. Just as they think they've struck and sunk their fangs into my heels, that's when I'll strike back, igniting the final blaze to burn away the threats hidden in the shadows. The blaze soaring into the sky might sow fear and confusion, but I have no worries about people losing their way. After all, Arkema still has you to guide them, Finan. You're not perfect, Finan. I've witnessed your confusion, recklessness, and deep sensitivity, dawn after dawn. Yet, in your way, you are perfect. You embrace everyone's imperfections, always ready to find the precious qualities hidden beneath their rough exteriors. That might be what sets our Sky Father Kefili apart from other deities. They recognize the imperfections in their creations, yet still choose to shine the Finan, while you zealously pursued strife, believing it to be your destined path. You are the destined world-bearer of Emphorius, the gate to go. Complete the flame chase journey of the prophecy. Ignite the stars and inspire hope in the hearts of humanity. I will be waiting at the end of the West Wind, looking forward to the miracle you will create.
Aglaya, how could I possibly be worthy of the burning torch you've passed into my hand? Dolang, can you do...
Whatever I can help with, just say the word.
Please, deliver a message to Lord Krateros. Have him gather the Holy City guards and the Kremnoans to spread the word from door to door. At the lucid hour tomorrow, Finan will urge everyone who has concerns about the Holy City's future and the Flame Chase journey to attend this gathering. Thank you. It's been a harrowing day for everyone. Please make sure to rest well and collect your thoughts. Cortonis, what brings you to Marmorio Palace? I planned to get everything settled before coming to see you.
How are you holding up? I wanted to see. Better than I expected, you seem.
There's no room for doubt anymore. It's time to take action and show everyone.
Right. Your assessment is...
Is this it? You've
Dawn Maker. The name I've chosen before dawn. Prepare for battle. For tomorrow, wield your sword. Befits your stature.
Dawn, unbelievable. You've never seen that black-clad sword master. You've recreated this so precisely, just from what...
Precise, your description. Imbued it with the power of dawn I already have. Guided by your will, gleam with gold. Wield it, may triumph.
Thank you, Cortonis.
Another thing there is.
What's this?
Stored here. This was her commission. Her death.
Can she still hear us?
It's difficult to confirm. About divinity, we know very little in this way. She wanted to be with you.
I understand. Let me keep it. With this. May this world never have need for a deliverer. But when the world dashed her hopes and fell into disarray, if she could see me now, leading from the front, she...
How will the Holy City continue without Lady Goldweaver? Look! Lord Finan is here.
Will he step up to lead Akama?
Certainly will try, that I'm sure of.
Not long ago, I spoke at the Citizens' Assembly at Dawncloud. I wrestled with every word, searching for the right ones to rally support. In the end, I remembered a lesson from one of my teachers. In battles where words are weapons, outrage and blind passion, I followed his strategy. I painted my opponents as nothing more than pests till the strategy worked. I secured enough votes to achieve my goal, but afterward, there wasn't even a flicker of joy. I realized that apparent victory masked a deeper failure. In my pursuit of success, I fueled division and strayed far from my very purpose that led me to the Flame Chase journey. This journey was supposed to unify, not divide, to strengthen us, not weaken us. It was the gold thread that mended our rifts in the past. Some saw it as a means of surveillance, a tool of control. But no one can deny that it was Aglaya who held this city and even this shattered world together. Now she is gone. Yes, as you have heard, the demigod Aglaya, who guarded the holy city for a millennium, has indeed fallen.
Who murdered Lady Goldweaver?
Find the murderer! Make them pay!
I felt the same as all of you, and I wanted to stand here beside you, to condemn the sinners, to discuss retribution, and to see... But my perspective has... The golden threads that once bound this city have unraveled. Yet no one is celebrating their freedom from control. Deep down, we all know the last safeguard against the harm we may do to each other is gone. No divine power will protect us from the malice in our hearts. From now on, only the moral code we choose to uphold for ourselves will stand between us and the abyss.
Fainan has a way with words. Indeed.
The flame-chased journey is nearing its end. With only one Titan left for the Chrysos heirs to conquer. Before I rise to the skies, I challenge you. Cast out the shadows and malice within your hearts. Let your spirit shine brighter than the sky itself. Let me bear witness. Even without the divine authority of romance, Akuma will remain a sanctuary in these end times. A place for the kind people Aglaya dreamed of. The kind of people foretold in a better people.
Better people! Better people! Better people!
Better people! Woo!
Better people! Better people! Better people!
Yes.
I appreciate your willingness to accept the challenge. You have reminded me that Aglaya left me perhaps to bear the burden of creation. I need only to give one thing. It's a gift she once gave me without hesitation, and now I share it with each of you. Unshakable faith. There's still a long way to go before Amphorius is reborn. But we will not forget the past as we move forward. For the memories of Amphorius will always benefit future generations. Allow me this moment. I want to borrow a few minutes of your time to commemorate a demigod who protected the holy city. For a millennium, she was Akuma's dressmaker, the leader of the Chrysos heirs, the Gold Weaver, Aglaya, and was being a selfless person.
We'll miss you, Aglaya.
That singing sounds so familiar. That's our song, and Snowy used to love it.
Yes, Lady Trian. For that child filled with anxiety, your songs always dispelled the clouds in my heart. Even if for just a moment.
Snowy was so cute and kind when he was little. Now... you've grown so much. Maybe not as cute, but still just as kind.
Time spares no one, so there's nothing we can do. But kindness, you helped nurture it in me.
Don't mention it. Your light is as bright as ever. Keep it up and stay strong. See you, Snowy.
Goodbye, Lady Tree.
I heard what you said. Are you suggesting the debate tactics I've taught you are nothing but sleight of hand?
Not at all, Professor Anaxa. Honestly, without those techniques you taught me, the Flame Chase journey might not have survived.
Good thing your head's still clear. The Chrysos heir of Kefali. I had no idea you had it in you while I was drilling those formulas in your head in class.
Who could have thought, Professor? By the way, I've completely forgotten those formulas now.
Some things never change. In our next lives, I'll teach you how to truly embrace your divine duty.
Goodbye, Professor Anaxa. Miss Castros, aren't you going to say something?
Lord Finan, you have always been so approachable. Ever since we first met, you've seen me as a friend. It was the first time I understood what everyday friendship was like, but that's... Laughing and chatting with you, I sometimes forget who I am. And for someone with my kind of power, that's a real hazard.
I hadn't thought of it that way.
Please, no apologies. Despite everything, thinking back on the times we spent together makes me really happy.
I feel the same.
Goodbye, Finan.
Goodbye, Gasteras. Aglaya.
Remember, Finan, after completing the Flame Chase, leave the decision to initiate the Miracle of Genesis to the Amphorian. The Chrysos heirs are the executors of the prophecy, yet they, the people, are the true masters of this world.
Rest assured, I always keep your teachings in mind. The difference between a presumptuous hero and a tyrant is a fine line.
Well said. You've got a good memory.
It's late. Anything?
Anything, even in your imagination. I'm not one to show my vulnerable self.
No worries. I've long understood how difficult it is for you to open up completely. Thank you for bringing me here, Aglaya.
Maybe what I wanted to say wasn't but this crumbling world. Goodbye. Fine.
Goodbye, Aglaya.
Did you forget me?
Forget you? Like I'd ever. We aren't parting ways forever. You're just off to guard the gates at Castrum Kremnos.
You know just how to make a person uncomfortable. I have a feeling we'll meet again in this lifetime. Let's have another showdown then. Deliver.
That's very confident of you. I've changed since then. Have you seen this sword? It's a masterpiece freshly forged by Cartonis.
A bold statement for a mere mortal who hasn't yet claimed the power of a titan. See you around. Finan of Ides Elysiae.
It's a date, Mightimos.
What a poignant, yet splendid journey, and it's still not over yet.
Yes, Cyrene.
I was right. In the end, you did become the deliverer in this story.
A lot has changed while you were away. I've met so many people, tried so many things. I've found new resolve, and I've let go of some attachments. I'm not the same person I used to be.
But to me, you've never changed at all, Finan.
Dawn Cloud. This place holds so many different kinds of memories. I remember you could see the Gold Weaver sign from here, all the way down the mountain. But my eyes aren't what they used to be 1,000 years ago.
Cypher, you...
Seamstress. Does Akaba have any treasures so rare that not even your... I mean, our shop?
Of course it has. I heard there's a gem of all worlds hidden somewhere in Dawncloud. Apparently, it's a piece that fell out of the Dawn device. It's truly a priceless treasure, being a part of Kefali's divine body. Even I, the Gold Weaver, cannot witness its glamour.
Gem of all. Nice! Got it! Well, please keep looking after...
Let me... You're probably already plotting to sneak into Dawncloud to steal that gem. And your next move is probably trying to sell it to the highest bidder, then distribute that money to the poor and the refugees in the Holy City?
Look, Seamstress. Are you sure you aren't peeking into my head with your...
You might be skilled at covering up lies, but your compassion is all over your face, plain as day. Don't lie to yourself. Do you honestly think this is the right thing to do, Cypher?
What else am I supposed to do? That's the only thing I can do with my power. You keep talking about how I have the potential to become a good person. But I don't know what I need to do to get there! I can't weave golden dresses like you! I can't sing as well as Miss Hyceelins! And I definitely don't know as much as Big Sis Treby! The only things I'm good at are the underhanded street smarts that no one even respects. But I still want to be worthy of you. I want to prove that you've made the right choice.
I know, Cypher. You are justified in your anger. Destiny is never fair. And your path is doomed to be... But you have to believe that everyone in this... I am convinced that you're the only one who can bear the authority of trickery. Even if you have to contend with the legendary 300 Master Thieves of Dolos.
I just want everyone to believe that the world is beautiful. Would that lie become reality? If enough people believed...
Lies will always be lies. But sometimes...
Are you really planning to just stand there forever? Honestly, sneaking around doesn't suit you, Deliverer.
I never thought I could slip past your sharp ears, Miss Cypher. I just didn't think it'd be right to interrupt when you're obviously lost in thoughts.
Still as charming with your words as ever, boy. Your speech at the public baths wasn't half bad, I'll admit. It managed to touch my heart.
Thank you. I had a feeling back then that you were in the audience. Intuition certainly is a thing of wonder.
Oh, and you didn't call me out on the spot. You waited all this...
Well, I thought you'd need some time to yourself.
None of your business. Enough small talk. Tell me, what kind of trouble did you run into that you need me, the super old-timer, to step in?
We've only met a couple of times, but you've always gone straight to business. I respect that about you, old-timer, so I'll cut to the chase.
Old-timer, huh? Doesn't that nickname sound familiar?
You're probably aware that Aglaya has earned the support of the entire city for the Chrysos heirs. Everyone believes that she died at the hands of council members who were against the flame chase, and the citizens' fury has been dragging these schemers out of the shadows one by one. But they didn't get everybody. To this day, we still haven't found Elder Kynus, the leader.
I see. You're...
Yes. I believe that Kefali's core flame, forever enshrined above the council theater, would be the opposition's final trump card. We're setting out to campaign against Aquila in a few days. With the Chrysos heirs...
You think those desperate dogs will try to snatch the core flame while you're gone? So, you want me to give them a nice long walk while you're away?
You sure saw right through me, Miss Cypher. I know exactly what you can do. Godlike speed, perfect disguises, untraceable movement, and that most enigmatic authority of trickery. I have only one request. Please, use whatever tricks you need to protect Cavali's core flame. Even if you have to deceive the rest.
Uh-huh. Hey, Deliverer. Do you honestly think that there's... Do you even have any plan Bs if I decide to nope out on this?
As the demigod of trickery, there are no other trump cards in the world that can outrank you. I'm sure you know the answer to your own question.
What confidence. You talk as if you have everything in the palm of your hand. Huh. So you did learn a thing or two from... Then let me tell you something you don't know. The Flame Reaver.
You mean...
Bet you didn't expect that, huh? I've been tracking them all this time. And this is that lunatic may have lost their mind. But they're no fool. Why do you think they haven't made a move on Akama yet?
Professor Anaxa once analyzed this. He thought it was probably because...
Ha! Sacred Art's my foot! I could break those mechanisms with a flick of my finger. Allow me to let you in on the actual secret. They probably held off from attacking Akama because the Seamstress's defense network was way tougher than you thought. Now that she's gone, and you're heading out to the Eye of Twilight, with the city's defenses and
What a dangerous situation we find ourselves in. But since you're the one who brought it up, I'm guessing...
Just look how ridiculously calm you are. But you guessed it right. Consider this a 2-for-1 deal. I'll keep that lunatic entertained on top of protecting Kefali's core flame. You owe a big favor after this.
You have my deepest gratitude. That Flame Reaver's power is...
Don't forget, Deliverer. There's a fundamental truth in this world. Cyphera will always get the last laugh. No need to worry about a demigod. Need to make sure you don't die before you pay me.
I'm back. I've been trying to stay away from here since the Black Tide destroyed the grove. And through that, stay away from the memories that might make me sad. But the wind keeps pulling me back. Maybe that's the Twilight Courtyard's duty, after all. I know, little Ika. I know. I too miss the days when we all studied together. But we have an even more important mission this time round. Lord Finan has already set the date to campaign against Aquila. Being a descendant of the Sky People... You're right. At least I can still afford to get lost in thought once in a while. Oh, ancestors. Please wait for just a bit longer. The time I spent in the grove deserves some reminiscence. Lady Treeby, make sure you fly safely. Final wait for it. This was where Professor Anaxa gave us the lesson. I can still see that day in my mind.
And that was your last lesson in the Grove. Now, each of you will head off on your own path. How much the Grove's teachings can help you in the real world depends on how well you can put knowledge into practice. However, heed this warning. If you ever do anything disgraceful out there, don't ever claim you were the student.
Professor Anaxa, there are still other classes scheduled on the calendar. Are you sure you didn't...
Firstly, call me Professor Anaxagoras. Secondly, to clarify, the last lesson means the last lesson I will teach you. I will be entering seclusion from today onwards to research ancient alchemy. And all my teaching activities will be put on.
Ah, I see. So you're saying that the lessons taught by all the other teachers aren't good enough to be—
All you do every day is wag that sharp tongue of yours. That's a credit deduction, fine enough IDs Elysiae.
What kind of laugh was that, Cass?
I have nothing left to say.
Please wait, Professor. According to the Grove's protocols for a cohort's final class, the lecturer should take some time in that lesson to discuss the students' post-graduation aspirations with them and guide them. Surely you can't skip such a crucial step, Professor.
The teaching assistant, Miss Hyacinth, is truly Professor Anaxa's nemesis.
Fine. Since Hyacinthia insists on this, since some of you are so eager to speak, why don't we start with you? Fine.
Me? Well, it's not exactly an aspiration, but the only thing I want to do is to protect—
I see. So you want to be a hero? How boring. Next.
I didn't say.
Castoris, you've been giggling for quite some time. How about you?
Perhaps my answer is a bit vague and meaningless, Professor. I hope the world can be freed from the agony of death. So—
How naive. So naive that it makes me want to weep for your fairy tale. See, this is why I don't want to follow those outdated protocols. Since you suggested this whole process, why don't you wrap this up, Hyacinthia? Share your aspiration with everyone.
So it's finally my turn. Good thing I came prepared. My aspiration is nothing less than completing the final blank page at the end of the hero's epic.
Blank page? An interesting description.
I've read all of Amphorius's heroic epics while studying at the Grove, and a common thread came to my attention. Almost every epic ends with a description of the hero's achievements. But few mention how the everyday people of that time lived. No one recorded the struggles and suffering the commoners endured.
So you're saying that, instead of legendary heroes, you're more focused on commoners living on the peripheries of historical records.
Perhaps I'm influenced by my background. My ancestor, Seliosi the Day Thunder Knight, raised her spear against the sky and ushered in the flame-chasing era that continues to this day. Her story is told to every child descended from the Skyfolk. We have no doubts about Celiosi's greatness, yet her towering figure overshadowed every record from that entire era. What about the Day Thunder Knight's family, allies, and friends? What about the survivors and those who died in the great battles? Whenever her brilliance had become as blinding as Aquila's, lording over everything on the ground. That's why I'm glad that my era does not lack heroes. All my ancestors had was a sad past. But I have a future I want to protect. Instead of becoming a hero and ushering in a golden deluge to baptize the world anew, I want to stay in the backline and say I wish not to return to the sky, but to walk among the mass, to include a footnote for the everyday people in its blank page. I'm getting embarrassed from remembering, but my beliefs have never changed. Now I really have a chance to stay behind the hero's front line and realize my dream. Denny, what are you doing here?
I didn't expect to see you again in the Grove. Finon mentioned you were gearing up for the campaign against Aquila. Are you here to...
You guessed it. To reach Aquila's realm in the sky, descendants of the Sky People must perform a bloodline ceremony, summon the spirits of our ancestors, and get their blessings. That's the only way for creatures on Earth to forge the Rainbow Bridge to the sky. And the soul of the first ancestor I want to see is here in the grove.
Rainbow Bridge is essential to retrieve the core flame of Aquila, but undertaking such a vital ceremony alone is far too risky.
Don't worry. I have little Ika with me. You will protect me, won't you? Good, Ika.
I'm collecting as many myths and research about the Titans as I can. Everything about Amphorus is a valuable addition to our databank when I get back to the Astral Express.
Right. If all goes as planned, you and Gray will be...
Yes, assuming we can actually break the curse about worlds beyond the sky. I have a feeling it's not going to be a smooth sailing.
Could it be that you too have some kind of hidden powers to make prophecies now?
That's not it. What? I'm starting to question how real everything is after a conversation with a member of the Council of Elders.
Nope. I didn't understand that either, little Ika.
Don't worry about it. There's a lot I still don't understand.
Since we've already met up, why don't you come with me, Danny?
I was thinking the same thing. The grove is fraught with danger right now. An extra pair of hands translates to find extra security.
That's the dependable express guard for you. So, shall we get going?
Ample supplies.
God, I love Bronya's voice.
The chroma coffer is vibrating. There must be memories of an ancestor nearby. This is the divine object of the Sky People, the chroma coffer. Our ancestors dictated that when a descendant of the Sky Folk is ready to challenge Aquila again, they must first awaken the spirits of their ancestors with the chroma coffer and receive. Only after this can the chosen Sky Folk reascend to the heavens.
Is it to prevent those who are not qualified from pointlessly losing their lives?
Very prudent, wouldn't you say? The soul of an ancestor slumbers here. Now, I will awaken them.
Right.
I am Hyacinthia from the Twilight Courtyard, a descendant of the sky who has inherited the duty of flame chase. The time has come to fulfill our clan's destiny. I will join the heroes of the prophecy to return to the sky and retrieve the core flame. Ancestor, please bestow upon me your generous blessing.
Who has...
It's I, Hyacinthia, a descendant of the Sky People. You are Lord Crispus, aren't you? I've read your...
I never imagined so. Our bloodline and duty...
Indeed, it has. I have awakened you in the hope of receiving you, for the flame chase journey is nearing its perfect conclusion. And retrieving the core flame of Aquila is the final challenge the heroes will...
Perfect conclusion. Hyacinthia, you look very young. And you do not have the bearing. How can you convince me that this blessing will not turn into a curse, leading a child?
1,000 years ago, Seliosi, who conquered the skies, left behind legends and a will, entrusting the mission to return the Sky Titan's core flame to her descendants. Though I'm not a warrior, I will not turn away from the mission that has flowed through our blood for 1,000 years. And I am not fighting alone. I have the strongest and most tenacious Amphorius is in an era brimming with heroes. The burden of retrieving Aquala's core flame no longer rests solely on the shoulders. I now wield the power of healing. I aim to mend the fissures in the sky and heal the wounds of the people. I desire to define the mission of the Skyfolk in my own terms. To conclude the vigil that has spanned millennia.
I sense resilience in your words. Not an outward resilience. Receive my blessings, young Hyacinthia. May you gain wings to return to the sky via...
Thank you for your trust, Lord Crispus. We won't. Thank you. My ancestors were all pretty strong-willed people. It won't be easy convincing them. But... Now, the next ancestor on the list. Her spirit is said to rest in the vortex of Genesis. A pity that the ceremony has to be performed in strict order. Oh, I remember. I didn't expect you to keep at it this long. That's so like you, Danny. That makes sense. Bagusa was always described as a fickle titan in the myths. Since you're offering, then let me put your skills to the test, Danny. Got it. The vortex of Genesis. Unbelievable. But this does feel way more disorienting than the ritual basin. Wait, is Lady Treeby? Oh, I think I'm...
Do you have to go already, Psych? It's been ages since you were last in Akama.
That's alright, big sister Treeby. I've gotten used to life on the road. Staying in this Besides, your prize student gave me an incredibly tough mission to handle.
Cut Snowy some slack, Syphie. Besides, Snowy's not the kind to ask for help lightly.
You really spoil him, big sis Treeby.
Yes,
Just kidding. I get it. That deliverer boy does have a certain charisma about him. Anyway, I'm about to head out. Oh, big...
Well, didn't...
That's a part of the game, too. If you want to see the full picture of what's inside, you'll have to wait until nightfall.
A gift with a mysterious twist? Seriously?
Huh? Looks like we have company.
Lady Treeby, and this graceful lady must be Miss Cypher. I'm Hyacinthia from the Twilight Courtyard. Everyone calls me Hyacinth.
Bright and cheery as a lamp. Well, hello there, pink child. I'm Cyphera from the long-fallen city-state of Dolos. As for the rest, it's all in the history books, so I don't need to repeat it here. So, you're from the Twilight Court?
Yes, I'm a descendant of the Sky People. The Chrysos heir about to take over the authority of Sky.
Whoa! That's unexpected. I figured Celiosi's descendant would be, I don't know, taller.
Don't judge a book by its cover, Syphie. Zinni is a master of her craft. She's the most skilled and dependable physician in all of Import.
Don't worry, Lady Cypher. I may not be as strong and warlike as Lady Celiosi from 1,000 years ago, but...
All this talk about missions, you're making it... You've got to look out for yourself, girl. Don't push yourself too hard. I'd hate to see that cute face all scratched out by Aquala's claws.
Siphy cracking jokes? Looks like you haven't forgotten what Aggie said all—
Anyway, I've got a mission to handle, so good luck, Miss Hyacinth. And if things get tough, just let that deliverer take the lead.
Miss Cipher is in such a—
Don't worry, she's always been like that. Well, enough about her for now. You're here because it's the perfect opportunity for me to go and tuck Siphy's gift away somewhere safe. The Vortex of Genesis is all yours.
I will join the heroes of the prophecy to return to the sky and retrieve the core flame. Ancestor, please bestow upon me your generous blessing.
Child, what brings you before me?
Yes, I am Hyacinthia of the Twilight Courtyard, the successor of the Sky People's flame chase duty. You must be Gem Electra. Legend has it that during the Chrysos War, you led our people to ally with Akama and held back the Kremnoan forces. It was your—
Hyacinthia. And this is the Vortex of Genesis.
It is. Look, 10 stars have already been lit. The Chrysos Heir's flame chase
Are those the core flames of Fagusa? Does that mean Hycelans and the Mountain Dwellers successfully carried out their duty? As fellow pillars of Amphorius, who would have thought that Sky's duty could only be fulfilled after 1,000 years?
It's because Sky shelters all beneath it. If it were to shatter, the world would fall apart with it. That's—
Agalaya? Is she still—
Unfortunately, she has recently left us. But you're right.
Incredible. That girl actually managed to endure the merciless erosion of time. Answer me, Hyacinthia. Since you recognize me—
Every record regarding my lineage is etched in my memory, including your—
In that case, you're probably aware of the prophecy I sought from a certain—
Yes. At the end of the Rainbow Bridge, the Sky Folk will mend dusk and dawn. But unfortunately, no ancestor has ever been able to truly decipher its meaning.
I see. Yet, Trebios's prophecies never fail. Perhaps you'll be the one to witness its fulfillment, child. May the prophecy lead you to a gentle fate.
Thank you, Lady Ectra. Whatever fate the prophecy holds, I'll face it head on. It's only by giving everything we have that we can truly—
I like you, child. Take my blessing, Hyacinthia. When I first saw you, I indeed had my doubt. But your resolve has touched me. If Sky's divinity is fated to pass on—
Your blessing is a treasure beyond measure, General. Rest well. I'll make sure your gift is put to its best use. General Ectra is so different from how the records described her. She's quite a gentle person. All right, time to head back to the Grove. I shouldn't keep Danny and little Ika waiting.
You're back. How did it go?
It went great. Your spirit water are—
Do you mind sharing what your ancestor spirit said to you?
What's wrong, Danny? You've always been a bit of a sensitive soul, haven't you, Danny? Lady Trinan deciphers countless prophecies every day, and this one's just another among many. Don't worry. Come on, Danny. Don't look so gloomy. We're gonna have to take a long trip for the final visit to the ancestors. Our final stop is Lord Mighty's home, Castrum. We're here. This is... Lord Mighty has been fighting the Black Tide here, alone day after day. That means he hasn't been consumed by the Black... We're here to complete an important mission. We shouldn't interfere with his battlefield. There. That sleeping spirit... Yes, my grandmother Jacintha was a warrior. She represented the Twilight Courtyard in the Kremnos Festival. She fought her way through every challenge and reached the final stage of the Kremnos Festival. I've never looked too deeply into the details of such, but behind the glorious duel was a tragic end. Not long after the festival, my grandmother's injuries worsened, and she passed away far from home. This prophecy tablet was left here by the Kremnoans to honor her final wish. Her death marked the final collapse of the Twilight Courtyard, already fragile under the shadow of war. Seeing him lying there, gravely wounded, bleeding out. But when I heard Lord Kratos took that fatal blow to protect Lady Trianne, all those tangled feelings faded away. To quote Lord Finan, Kratos must have done that to become a better man. You're getting better at this, Danny. In her final diary entry, my grandmother wrote that when the moment of destiny comes, a descendant of the Sky People would deliver the message of their departure to her spirit. I wonder what she'd think when the one awaking her turns out to be her beloved granddaughter. I will join the heroes of the prophecy to return to the sky and retrieve the core flame. Ancestor, please bestow upon me your generous blessing.
Is this the world of the living? Wait.
Grandmother? It's...
Hyacinthia, my little hummingbird. Why? How? I have never imagined this. I thought I would feel happy for all my aunts. I can't even experience the joy of seeing you again.
Do you remember that you and Father took me to my very first skyrite when I was 8? Back then, you wanted me to pick one accessory out of 4. The sun crown representing nobility, the storm bracelet symbolizing strength, the ice ring embodying wisdom, and the radiant pendant, Grandmother. Do you remember the one I chose?
You spoke an innocent little prayer.
Yes, and I remember how surprised you were. In all those centuries, no other child of the Sky People had ever made the same choice I did.
Hyacinthia, there was a time when I thought you never had much interest in swords or battle and had no relation to that fiery determination and strength and awe. Yet I've told myself, that's not a bad thing. If my hummingbird could live her life in kindness and optimism, I never thought the burden of retrieving the core flame of Aquila.
Don't worry about me, Grandmother. I believe what makes someone a Skyfolk isn't just outstanding strength, but the capacity to shape the world. When the world cried out for a hero to challenge the gods 1,000 years ago, Zeliosi stepped forward and began and now, as the flame chase journey nears its end, this broken world, isn't it poetic? A saga that spans 1,000 years began with Sky.
You're still as optimistic as ever. If your mind is set, Hyacinthia, then carry return to the sky with my blessing. And what?
Grandmother, thank you.
Speak, Hyacinthia. We should...
Before you go, could you tell me the tale of the Sky Hero one?
Then listen closely, my dearest hummingbird. After all, for millennia, the Titans waged relentless wars, leaving the world scarred and ravaged. A century of the Chrysos War plunged the nations into chaos and decay, until a spear, fueled by mortal rage, pierced through the smoke and flames that buried the prophecy of deliverance. Aquila, the celestial shaper, the 100-eyed divine bird crowned with the blazing sun and wielding thunder, those struck blind in 99 eyes by Nikedor, they kept one eye glaring at the children of Twilight who received divine blessing, yet turned the Chrysos heir of the sky, Seliosi, the Day Thunder Knight, ascended the forbidden lands of the Eye of Twilight at dusk, clad in wings. To her left was the lion-headed Solipus the Sunlit Wings, whose roars breathed divine flames and scorched the world. To her right was the horse-bodied Lunibus, the Moonlit Plume, whose graceful steps trampled the stars in the heavens. The one warrior and her two beasts challenged the ruler of the sky, determined to seize the divine core flame through plunder.
Hey, I know we're in the middle of a story, but I'm going to need to take a quick break because I need to go to the bathroom really bad. Alright, I am back. Sorry for the wait.
The Titan's every roar summoned lightning bolts, and their every movement stirred cyclone. The wounded Titan's blood poured down like boiling rain upon the world and converged into scalding torrents. In the final moments of battle, the sunlit wings set the Titan's wings aflame, while the moonlit plume sealed the divine body. The battered hero of the sky, with her wings broken and her body covered in wounds, struggled to lift her spear and pierced the last monstrous eye. The Titan's divine body crashed to the ground, and with it, the sky tore apart like fabric, about to fall with its god. The fear and pleas of mortals urged the hero of the sky to rise again. Seliosi, the Day Thunder Knight, the first of the Chrysos heirs to slay a god in this world, charged into the crumbling body of Aquila with her two fearless winged companions. She merged with the Titan, holding up the sky once more. Oh, my descendants will be blessed and cross the rainbow bridge back to the sky. At the end of the prophecy of Genesis, they will reclaim the core.
Oh boy, here we go.
Today's the day.
Wow, I didn't expect it to be so lively up here. Are these people here to send off the Chrysos heirs?
There's Svinen. Let's go talk to him.
Who is the VA for Stell now? Hold on. There you are. What? Not frickin' saying.
Catherine.
Where is it? Where? Data bank. See, it says the VA here for other characters, but not here. Why? Oh. Here's the best one. Sorry, I gotta put my simping on hold. Sorry.
I know this is a big ask, Namazuni. I hope you understand.
Please don't say that, Lord Finan. It's an honor for us to be entrusted with this task.
Go then. Let's hope our concerns don't come true.
I hope you all return safely, my lord.
There you are, partner. You didn't oversleep this time, did you? Since you're here, make yourself comfortable. Ready, comrade? If all goes according to plan, this could be the last battle where we fight at each other's side. If the curse separating Amphorius from the world beyond the sky is truly Aquila's doing. Sorry, I'm no help there.
Don't worry. Don Hung mentioned that Counselor Lygus can help you with that.
Really? That's the first time I've heard that.
She just makes things up. Don't take it too seriously.
You sound a little insincere there, buddy.
That was totally insincere, partner.
That would be a problem. We'll need to get you home before Aranova. Let's leave the emotional goodbyes for later. That'll give us some time to figure out what we should be feeling at that time. Besides, when we were playing the Seal Slammers, that bumping seal game, didn't you teach me something back then? Crack the champagne at halftime to watch victory slip away. Well, then I have to use something else Don Hung taught me as comeback. The last mile is the hardest.
Hey, speaking of Don Hung,
He arrived before everyone else and climbed to the cliff top to wait for us. He's probably not keen on being the center of attention.
Lord Finan, please make sure you all come back safely.
Please defeat the indifferent Eye of Twilight and restore a compassionate sky to Amphorius.
Thank you all for your blessings. Rest assured, we're fully prepared. But I'm not the main attraction today. Please don't hesitate.
Miss Hyacinth!
She's not just the pride of... While the Flame Chase journey is led by the Chrysos heirs, it's not just those chosen by Aglaya who contributed to it. Let's extend our gratitude to the 2 warriors of the Outlands who bravely stepped up and risked their lives for those they've never met.
Hero, your saga will be chronicled in epics and celebrated across the New World.
Warrior from the Outlands, endowed with the might of Orynyx, the vanguard of deliverance.
After all this time, you should know when I'm just being polite and when I'm genuinely speaking from the heart. That praise was heartfelt, partner. Had I not trusted my instincts and put my faith in you and... the guest of honor has a...
It's her! Hope you could hear that clapping.
People of Akama, I've been blessed by the ancestors of the Sky People. They have agreed to bestow the 1,000-year mission to me, and to have me claim the core flame of Aquila. Today is the year 4932 of the Light Calendar. 1,062 years since the hero Seliosi initiated the Flame Chase journey. I, Hyacinthia of the Sky People, am prepared to lead the children of humanity back to the sky.
History doesn't breathe evenly. At times, it suspends its breath for millennia, as though time is frozen. At other times, it pants rapidly, as if poised to topple the world and our civilization in an instant. Its hurried gasps have sparked a tempest, sweeping all of us along. Hyacinth, as an observer, you've witnessed the return of 4 core flames, and now it's your turn to fulfill your duty. Please, guide us into the heart of the storm as the executioner of this mission.
Yay! I, I think I haven't checked. Oh, wow! Wow!
Splendid gods once walked the paths we walk.
Elder Chrysos' triumph. To be immortalized.
They'll surely seize the core flames.
Thanks for waiting, Donhung. The team tasked with conquering Aquila has finally assembled.
We've reshaped the history of the world with our hands over and over. I bet this trailblazing expedition could make even Akavili jealous. Yeah. Such an exciting adventure. Mark's gonna be crying with jealousy. About that.
So full of energy, comrades. Seems I chose the perfect day. Hyacin, it's all yours now.
Legend tells of the Sky Folk once divided into many tribes. The Sun Folk worshipped the sun. The Rain Folk were devoted to storms. And the Winter Folk waited for our ancestors lived under Aquila's light. Yet they were blinded to all. But they forgot that the light that illuminates the world is made of countless different colors. That's why the rainbow is my favorite. For not only does it reflect the many colors, it is also a bridge. And I want to use the Rainbow Bridge to link everyone's hearts and give hope to every soul on Earth. Ancestors, with the rainbow as your guide, lead me back to the home of the Sky Folk. A land we have not seen for 1,000 years.
Oh no, not lag.
Rainbow Bridge. Please guide us.
Okay. Yeah. I'm... Well, that was a sudden end. I'm sorry, everyone. Well... Well... I don't know what to say, other than I'm sorry for the sudden end. But I want to be... As much as I want to continue the stream, I really want to be able to see that cutscene myself. Thank you for joining, though, for those in chat on either the video or on the YouTube shorts. Don't know when the next stream will be, but expect it anyways. I do have a Discord. As always, it's in my description. The description here. And this is goodbye.